Picture this scenario. A complete stranger approaches you at a coffee shop. Within 30 seconds they've made you laugh. Within 60 seconds, you feel understood. By the 2-minute mark, you're sharing personal details you rarely tell close friends. What just happened? You didn't meet a soulmate, you met a predator. Psychopaths are masters of instant intimacy. They weaponize connection itself. Their secret weapon? They hijack your mirror neurons within seconds of meeting you. Mirror neurons fire when you observe someone else's actions or emotions. They make you feel what they want you to feel, by perfectly mirroring your energy. Your brain interprets this artificial synchronization as genuine compatibility. They match your speaking pace, your breathing rhythm, even your micro-expressions. This neurological hijacking floods your brain with oxytocin and dopamine. Your logical mind shuts down. Your emotional guard drops completely. In under 5 minutes, they've bypassed years of natural trust building. The connection feels real because your brain's chemical response is real. If you're finding value in this, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Building on that instant connection, they're not done analyzing you. In fact, they've only just begun. Within the first 60 seconds, a skilled manipulator has already scanned you like a psychological X-ray machine. They're reading micro-expressions you don't even know you're making. The slight downturn of your mouth, the tension in your shoulders, that unconscious touch to your neck when you're nervous, the way your eyes dart when you mention work or family. Every gesture is data. Every pause in your speech reveals a psychological weak point they can exploit later. But here's what's truly terrifying. They're not just reading your body language randomly. They're hunting for specific emotional needs. Are you lonely? Insecure about your appearance? Struggling financially? The way you dress, the phone you carry, how you react to compliments, it all feeds their psychological profile of you. A genuine person gets to know you gradually. A psychopath maps your entire emotional landscape in minutes. They notice if you flinch when someone raises their voice, if you light up when praised, if you shrink when criticized. Within 5 minutes they know exactly which emotional buttons to press and which psychological wounds to avoid. For now. Because the next phase isn't about reading you anymore, it's about becoming exactly what you need them to be. Within minutes of meeting you, something extraordinary happens. The psychopath begins to transform before your very eyes. They start speaking exactly like you do. Your pace becomes their pace. Your rhythm becomes their rhythm. If you speak softly and thoughtfully, they suddenly become contemplative and gentle. If you're high energy and animated, they match that intensity instantly. This isn't coincidence. This is calculated mimicry, designed to make you feel an instant, powerful connection. But the personality shift goes far deeper than speech patterns. They begin adopting your core values and interests. You mention you love hiking. Suddenly they're passionate about nature and outdoor adventures they've never actually experienced. You talk about your spiritual beliefs. They instantly share those exact same convictions with remarkable conviction. You value honesty and authenticity. They become the most genuine person you've ever met. At least, that's how it feels. What you're witnessing is emotional chameleoning. They become a perfect reflection of everything you find attractive and compelling. Your brain interprets this as finding your soulmate. Someone who truly understands you on a profound level. But here's the terrifying truth. None of it is real. It's a carefully constructed performance designed to bypass your rational thinking. They study you like a scientist studies a specimen. Every reaction you give provides more data for their transformation. Within minutes, they've created the perfect psychological trap. You're not falling for a person. You're falling for a reflection of yourself. The chameleon's shift is so seamless, so convincing, that most people never realize they've been psychologically manipulated until it's far too late. Now comes their most dangerous weapon. The manufactured vulnerability that makes you drop every guard. They lean in closer. Their voice drops to a whisper. Can I tell you something I've never told anyone? Your protective instincts ignite instantly. This person trusts you with their deepest secret. But here's what they won't tell you. That vulnerability, completely fabricated, they've shared that same secret with dozens of victims before you, each time perfectly rehearsed. Watch their eyes as they open up to you. No genuine emotion, just cold calculation. They might even manufacture tears, a trembling voice, all designed to trigger your compassion. As we discussed, they've studied you. They know exactly which vulnerabilities will hook you deepest. Lost a parent? They'll share a fabricated story about their own family trauma. Struggle with confidence? Suddenly they're battling the same insecurities you mentioned earlier. This is reciprocal vulnerability weaponized. You shared something real. They respond with fiction. The moment you feel responsible for protecting them, you've walked directly into their trap. Because now you're not just trusting them. You're emotionally invested in their manufactured pain. But their next move will turn that investment into complete psychological control. Here's where the manipulation reaches its peak. They've scanned you, mirrored you, shown fake vulnerability. Now comes the killer move. The validation trap. They give you exactly what your soul has been starving for. Recognition. Understanding. Appreciation. Remember how they scanned for your insecurities. Now they weaponize that intelligence. Every compliment is surgical precision. If you're insecure about your intelligence, they'll praise your brilliant insights. Worried about your looks? You're absolutely stunning to them. But here's the evil genius part. They don't just compliment you. They validate the parts of yourself others have ignored. Your creativity that your family dismissed. Your dreams that friends called unrealistic. Your sensitivity that others labeled weakness. They see your potential. They understand your vision. They recognize your unique gifts. Finally, someone who truly gets you. Your brain floods with dopamine. This feeling is intoxicating. Years of seeking approval, and here's someone who sees your worth immediately. But this isn't random validation. Every word is calculated. They're creating an addiction to their approval. The timing is perfect. Just enough praise to hook you, but strategic gaps that make you crave more. They become your emotional drug dealer. You start needing their validation to feel worthy. Their opinion becomes your reality. This is how they bypass your rational mind. They don't argue with your logic. They seduce your emotions. Within minutes you feel more understood by this stranger than by people who've known you for years. The trap is set. You're emotionally invested. Your guard is completely down, and they haven't even revealed their true agenda yet. Building on everything we've uncovered, there's one final weapon in your psychological arsenal. A single question that cuts through their carefully constructed facade like a blade through silk. When someone claims they understand your pain, ask this. Tell me about a time you felt truly ashamed. Watch their reaction carefully. A genuine person will pause, reflect, and share something real. But a psychopath will stumble. They'll deflect, minimize, or craft something that sounds rehearsed. Shame requires deep self-reflection. It's the one emotion they struggle to fake convincingly. Here's your second test. Ask them to describe how they think you're feeling right now. A manipulator will guess wrong or offer generic responses. They read behaviors, not emotions. Someone with genuine empathy will pick up on subtle cues you didn't even realize you were showing. Now you possess the knowledge to build psychological immunity against their tactics. Trust your instincts. When something feels too good to be true, it usually is. Remember, their power comes from your unawareness. Knowledge is your ultimate protection. You now see the invisible strings they use to pull at human hearts. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button, and subscribe for more.